So tonight what we are going to be talking about is average atomic mass. And the average atomic mass is the average mass of all of the atoms of a particular type of element. For example, oxygen, there's oxygen 16, oxygen 17, oxygen 18, and if we averaged all of them up, what would the average mass of one oxygen be? What you take into account, though, is it's not oxygen 15, 16, 17. They're not equally found in nature. Some are found more often. So what we do is we take a weighted average, and a weighted average takes into account the various percentages of each type. The example I always give in class is that, let's say we were to take 20 exams during the course of a quarter, and on 19 of those exams you got 100%. On one of them you got a 0%. Now, if you figured out your overall average in the class, it wouldn't be 50%. It would be a lot closer to 100%. Why? Because the percentage of the 100% was a lot more often found than the percentage of the 0%. There are two different types of methods that you can use to calculate the average mass, and that would be the average mass of the element. This is what you're going to be finding, is the fractional abundance. And by fractional, for example, if you were found a particular isotope 70% of the time, the fraction of it would be 7 over 10 or 0.7. This would be the fractional abundance of 70%. The mass of the isotope is what the actual mass is, and then you would add it to the fractional abundance of the other isotope times its mass, and so on and so forth. And you just keep adding up this exact same set of parentheses until you are done with all of your isotopes. The other way is that you take the mass percent, okay, and you multiply it by the mass itself. Okay, so the percent of the natural abundance times its mass plus the percent of natural abundance, that should be a percent sign in there, sorry, times its mass, so on and so forth. And then once you do that, you press enter and you divide by 100. Both of these are absolutely equivalent to each other, and it just depends on your preference to which one you want to do. So we're going to be looking at this problem. Everybody read it, and then what it tells you basically is that we have two isotopes. We have gallium-69, and gallium-69 has a molar mass of this with a percentage found 60.11% of the time. So if I ever reached into a bag of all the gallium atoms in the world, 60% of the time I would grab one that was gallium-69. And then the other one, the other isotope that's found is gallium-71, so it has a mass of 71. Or exact mass of 70.9, and it is found 39.89% of the time. And so it wants to know what is the average atomic mass of this gallium. So we're going to use method number 1 for the first, and it says use the fractional abundance. So if you look back at the problem, it says for gallium-69 that it is found 60.11%. Now typing this out or writing this out, that the fractional abundance would be 0.6011. And basically what you're doing is you're taking the percentage and you're moving it over 2 decimals to the left. You then multiply it by its molar mass, or mass, which is 68.9. Then it says plus the fractional abundance of isotope 2, which isotope 2 in this case is gallium-71, and its fractional abundance was 39.89. So you would move that over 2, so it's 0.3989. Multiply by its mass, which was 70.9. And in this case, they only have 2 isotopes, so we're actually done with it. And we would just need to type this into our calculator, press equals, and we would get 69.69, and then our unit would be grams over moles, so grams per mole. Rounded to the nearest sig fig, because of these 3, it would be 69.7 would be the average mass. That's how you use method 1. Method 2, on the other hand, you just take the mass of the isotope, which for one of them, isotope 1, we're going to assign as gallium-69 would be 68.9, so it's the mass, times the natural percent abundance. So in this case, for 69, gallium-69, it was found 60.11% of the time, plus the mass of isotope 2, which was 70.9, times its natural abundance percentage, which is 39.89. And then what you do is you type this whole thing into your calculator, and then you divide that number by 100. I personally would recommend typing this into my calculator, pressing equals, and then pressing the divide button to do the divided by 100. A lot of times what students will mess up is they'll divide by 100 without pressing the equal sign, and because of parentheses and whatnot, your calculator will actually think that you're just dividing this number, the 70.9 and the 39.89, by 100 as opposed to this entire numerator. And if you did this, once again, you would get the exact same answer as with method number 1, so it would be 69.69, so rounded once again to sig figs, it would be 69.7 grams over moles. So the difference really between these two methods is, do you divide each percentage by 100 initially, or you just divide the whole answer in the end by 100 to do your final solution. So that's how you calculate average atomic mass, and I hope you have a good evening.